Welcome back. We have transported to the surface of Polysorbate 60, and Roger's gotten stuck in the pavement. Wow, he has a perfect opportunity to lick the street from here, considering that's one of his hobbies. But I don't think you can actually do that. The mouth icon here is strictly for talking. Although I think there actually are a few occasions where you get a funny message if you try to use it on a surface or an object.
You drool in that direction, but no one notices.
The street, however, is not one of them. It's nice, by the way, that Sierra finally learned that people like subtitles in games sometimes. And what I don't understand is why it's necessary to give up 1/3 of the screen to the UI like this. We got our basically the same kind of actions as in the previous game, except this time they're not icons, they're just verbs, or nouns even. They're still icons if you select them, but anyway. The score is displayed here, but unfortunately we have no idea what the maximum score is. It doesn't say here either. Alright, I do want to turn scrolling on, which we'll see later. I don't remember what a good speed is for this game, so I'm going to leave it at this, see if it's okay, and if not, then I'll change it. Let's see if we can get out of here. Investigate our surroundings. Let's look at ourselves first.
You're back in your comfy, reassuring janitorial duds.
Well, at least it's not red anymore, right, Drool?
Seldom have you had the good fortune to get to know a street so up close and personal. You feel you have a real bond growing.
Somebody left a bicycle here.
That's an interesting piece of hardware. Your normally dim power of recollection actually recalls having seen a picture of one of these in the ship library. Get this, it's called a bike. People used to actually get on these and use their own muscles to achieve locomotion. What losers.
Hey.
Upon closer inspection, you notice some sort of ID card hanging on the frame.
I like riding bicycles. That ID card looks interesting, but not gonna help with our current predicament. Can we climb out or something?
Don't touch that. We don't know where you've been.
There's something wrong about that. Maybe the robots can help, or maybe that guy over there. Let's ask him.
He wisely ignores you.
Yeah.
He seems totally unfazed by your sorry attempt at communication.
Well, that wasn't very helpful. Seems like we can't pull ourselves out. There's nothing nearby to give us any good grip. But all of these robots keep passing by, so maybe one of them can help. And actually this one can help. This is the only one that can help you. There we go! Now we can actually do stuff. We got 10 points.
Thank you, my good man. Yikes, I hope everything came out with me.
For your sake, Roger, I hope so too.
Hey, that one looks familiar. It lacks a bit in the stature department, though.
Weird looking robot. Ooh, flaming barrels. Always a sign you're in a nice neighborhood.
Fire burns inside barrels along the streets. Apparently those using them are residents of planets a bit closer to the suns that they orbit. The temperature seems quite moderate to you, but then you do fancy yourself a studly guy. Too bad no one else shares that opinion.
Hey, what about Beatrice? Doesn't she share that opinion? I don't know.
You'd think, if indeed you did, that a guy with the skin quality of a pachyderm wouldn't have a problem with this climate.
Apparently, he does.
This guy looks like a vertically challenged Darth Vader. What does a thing like that do for fun?
That's a robot. Do robots have fun? I don't think so. They usually just work. Just ask Daft Punk. There's a cinema here, and playing is Gumby versus Mr. Bill.
Rats! The cinema appears to be closed. You were really hoping to see Tango and Cash 27.
You can actually hear that Gary Owens was cracking up saying the 27. I wonder how many takes he had to do on that. Actually, every time you come on the screen, there's a different name on the sign here. You can't actually go into the cinema, but still, fun thing. Well, we noticed an ID card on the bicycle before, and ID cards are always useful in games, for whatever reason.
Upon grabbing the ID card, you notice the picture on it is of a rather homely-looking alien type. Guess everyone can't be as fortunate as you.
Let's take a look at our inventory. We have the security card we just got.
It's the alien ID you snagged from that rusty bike. That's a fairly hideous picture of the former owner. It makes the average Department of Motor Vehicles photographer look like Ansel Adams.
Making fun of the DMV. Always fun. We have apparently one Buckazoid. That's not an awful lot.
That's your current Buckazoid collection.
And a dustpan. Indispensable tool for janitors on shore leave, I guess.
It's your trusty whisk broom and dustpan.
Well, now we know what we have with us. There's a liquor store.
Bootlicker appears to be open for business.
Get it? Bootlicker? Okay. We're on the corner of Oak and Rush.
Bearing signs indicating the names of the streets which create this intersection, a light pole illuminates the area. What a mistake that is. Like anyone would want to see more of this place.
Yeah, it's kind of a dump. Like we said before, why was the rest of the crew so happy about going on shore leave here? Maybe they went to a different part of the planet.
Bootlicker appears to be...
Oh, we already saw that.
The street seems to reflect the same care and sense of community pride that the rest of the area enjoys.
Quite so.
The buildings around here have seen much better days. This must be the old part of town. If it isn't, you'd hate to see what is.
Okay, well, I think we've spent enough time lounging about on this screen. Let's move elsewhere. Let's see, we have what looks like an inn called the Dew Beam Inn. Again with the puns. And they have vacancy, which is nice if we need to stay anywhere. Also, there are some toxic waste containers here, which is less nice.
You wonder if there could be any connection between this kind of waste disposal and a thriving business like implants and stuff. Wow, that's kind of deep for you.
Indeed.
Now there's an interesting sounding business name. You wonder what they sell.
I'm going to guess they sell implants and, you know, stuff.
It's the Dew Beam Inn, but I'm sure they accept pedestrians also. The door hinges aren't exactly overheated from a steady flow of eager patrons.
And she's an interesting looking woman.
Interesting. She appears to be waiting for someone. She might be one of those professional ladies your mom told you about.
Can we talk to her?
She says, "Scrump off, you little felchmonger."
What, couldn't you find anyone who could actually voice her? Let's go into the inn. After all, we might need a place to stay during our short leave here. Wow, this place is a dive. That's an interesting way of moving oneself. Well, we'll see if we can get ourselves a room here in the next video.